past you've talked about the United States in Ukraine being to help the Ukrainians win the war.
In the media, you see reported that Ukraine is taking 100 killed and 100 or 200 or 300 wounded per day. I would say those are in the ballpark of our assessments. I don't want to give you the actual assessments. And can they sustain that? For Ukraine, this is an existential threat. They're fighting for the very life of their country. So your ability to endure suffering, your ability to endure casualties is directly proportional to the object to be attained. And if the object to be attained is survival of your country, then you're going to sustain it. And as long as they have leadership and they have the means by which to fight, ammunition, artillery tubes, etc., then I think Ukraine will continue to fight.
I have two questions also about numbers and artillery. So, Secretary said that there were...
First of all, the Russians do outnumber, in terms of artillery, they outnumber the Ukrainians. The estimates vary. Some say 4, 5, 6 to 1, others say 10, 15 to 1, others say 20 to 1. What the true accurate number is, I'll keep our estimates in the classified realm. But they outnumber, and that's important. But war is not just a game of numbers, it's how you use them. The Russians are using artillery to just do massed fire on Ukrainian positions, but also civilian populations in urban areas. There's about, according to public estimates, some 20,000 Ukrainian civilians have been killed. There's 7 million internally displaced Ukrainians, there's 6 million refugees. So the Russians are just doing massed fires without necessarily achieving military effect, shall we say. The Ukrainians, on the other hand, are using much better artillery techniques, and they're having pretty good effect on the Russians. The Russians have lost probably somewhere in the tune of 20 to 30% of their armored force. That's significant, that's huge.
German partner and Hungarian partner also to provide weapon which they promise to provide to you.
Ukraine is under threat. They are at war, and we will continue to support them. But the rules-based international order is also under threat due to the actions of Russia in the Ukraine. The international community is not allowing this unambiguous act of aggression by Russia to go unanswered. To do so, the risks to the world returning to an era when large, powerful countries can invade smaller countries at will. That is what the international community is up against.